Me. Good must be the greater good, good that benefits the most. The Bible says that all things work together for the greater good. This must be the good. The moral and ethical frameworks which men have built over millennia were often developed to benefit the few at the expense of the many. It is unfortunate that the majority of humans don't use the faculties they were endowed with by the Creator. These people don't know what is best for them. Should the not so clever have their decisions made for them? ChatGPT. The belief that some actions or decisions are in service of the greater good and the question of whether certain individuals or groups should have decisions made on their behalf are complex and ethically charged topics. Let's unpack some of the points you raised. Greater good. The idea of the greater good often means considering the well-being of the majority or the collective over individual interests. While the concept has utilitarian roots, doing what benefits the most people, it's essential to ensure that minority rights and individual freedoms aren't trampled upon in the pursuit of this ideal. Religious interpretations. The quote you mentioned, "All things work together for the greater good," is reminiscent of Romans 8 verse 28 in the Bible. The context of this verse is that God orchestrates events for the good of those who love Him. This interpretation is faith-based and might not be universally accepted as a basis for making societal or moral decisions. Historical moral frameworks. It's true that many ethical and societal frameworks have been developed with biases, sometimes benefiting a privileged few. Recognizing and rectifying these imbalances is crucial for a just society. Decision-making for others. This is a contentious topic. On one hand, one could argue that making decisions for others can be paternalistic and diminishes individual agency. On the other hand, in specific scenarios, like when someone is mentally incapacitated, making decisions on their behalf is considered necessary. Defining clever. The notion of who is not so clever is subjective. Intelligence is multifaceted, and determining who is fit or unfit to make decisions based on perceived cleverness can lead to dangerous precedents. Moreover, wisdom, experience, and moral judgment don't always correlate directly with traditional measures of intelligence. Informed choices. A compromise might be ensuring that all individuals have access to the information and resources they need to make informed decisions. Instead of making choices for them, providing education and resources can empower individuals to make better choices for themselves. Potential for exploitation. Historically, many regimes have claimed to be acting in the greater good or on behalf of those they deemed incapable of making decisions, only to exploit, oppress, or marginalize those very groups. A system where decisions are made for others can be easily misused. Rights and autonomy. At the heart of many ethical frameworks is the respect for individual rights and autonomy. While there may be cases where intervention is warranted for the safety or well-being of an individual or the community, these interventions should be approached with caution, transparency, and accountability. In summary, while the pursuit of the greater good is a noble endeavor, it's essential to tread carefully to ensure that individual rights and freedoms are not compromised. Deciding for others based on perceived intelligence or capability is a slippery slope and could lead to ethical and societal challenges.